Hi, it's Ed O'Keefe. And if you're a high ticket coach, consultant, or service provider, I'd like to build you a brand new $1 million interview method that closes 5,000, 7,500, 15,000, 35,000, and $65,000 sales daily without cold strategy calls or complicated funnels. In fact, through the last 4 clients I did this with, generated an average of over $175,000 in the first 6 weeks, allowing them to focus on scaling their coaching, consulting, and or high ticket offer service business. This works perfectly if you are doing consulting and consulting for equity, if you're an investor, if you're a high ticket coach of any kind, if you're, like I said before, a consultant, an expert, an author, a doctor. So we work with dentists and med spas, even contractors or other odd, unique high ticket offers that would require a conversation. Live events, these work perfectly with virtual events, and anywhere you need to get on a phone call or face-to-face to sell, but cannot stand doing cold strategy calls or dealing with price-driven, unqualified leads. The best part is this is the ultimate super lean and super profitable business model. Instead of wasting time and money using complicated funnels, webinars, or long sales cycles, or jumping on cold strategy calls with unqualified clients, we can literally have your new high-ticket interview sales machine launched in just one business day together and making sales within 24 hours. Hi, I'm Ed O'Keefe, and a quick little intro is I'm a father of 7, been married 17 years, been selling high ticket for over 23 years now, and I've helped our clients, along with myself, personally generate over 8 figures using interviews that sell, creating lean $1 million expert businesses, along with dental practices and med spa practices. Top experts like Rowan Frazier, Jesse Itzler, Dr. Bill Blatchford, Travis Sago, and many more get sales monthly from our interviews. Introducing the brand new $1 million interview method has clients selling $7,500, $35,000, and even $65,000 offers every single week while eliminating strategy calls, long webinars, live challenges, and all unnecessary busy work. Let me tell you about Dr. Bill. He averages 5 new coaching clients at $65,000 every single month since we created his $1 million interview method process. Rowan Frazier and I created a $1 million interview while launching consulting for equity, not only propelling that to over 7 figures within 8 weeks, but has gone on since then and is now broaching the 8-figure mark. I sold out an entire $5,000 per person influencer and traffic mastery live event with Josh Elizeche in Arizona. If you don't know Josh, he's the founder of Snow, which is a multi-$100 million company, which proves that you can sell super high ticket to small live events very effortlessly using an interview. Dr. Scott Gray sold over 78,000 of new sales of stem cells and a simple red light device in just 30 days using our interview method. When I launched a brand new profit center in dentistry selling a hygiene coaching club, I took someone who's very great at educating but horrible at selling, and we used interviews to launch the whole coaching program. Plus, I've been helping dentists attract dental implant patients in their area using simple little videos, driving them right to a little interview. Now, my number one sales tool for years has been being interviewed by industry experts, then sending them those leads. My number one sales tool for many years has been being interviewed by industry experts and then sending my leads to the interviews first. Ezra Firestone interviewed me years ago when we were doing traffic mastery events. Russell Brunson interviewed me when I launched my health supplement coaching club. And my good friend Rowan Frazier has interviewed me multiple times for when we've partnered on different projects together. So hopefully when we create your own interview that sells your most profitable offer, you'll find as well that it works better than anything else you can do. You'll immediately realize you are attracting more of your most profitable customers because they love listening to you being interviewed before they buy because they are busy. The most successful people love podcasts and want speed and simplicity. Instead of working upstream through tripwire offers, book funnels, live challenges, or webinars to strategy phone calls, the best buyers want to go directly to the source, and that's you. Those all can be effective, yet time-consuming for you to produce, and it repels your ideal client away from you. Ideal clients love buying slight edge concepts instead of being sold. The interview method provides the perfect sideways sales machine for you and third-party endorsement while enhancing your brand and image at the same time. This new little known $1 million interview method is the ultimate high-ticket shortcut. Born out of personal frustration, it is literally the fastest method I've discovered personally to add an extra $35,000 to $350,000 a month to our clients within 30 to 45 days. I even have one story where we added 1.5 million in a 30-day launch, generate hyper-qualified leads who are seeking you out. It spotlights why their present plan is flawed and yours is the correct way, while also overcoming all price resistance and removing all objections that they would normally have, that you would normally have to deal with on a strategy call. We handle it all on the interview, getting them to commit from the interview and take action. So you can take them right from the interview, send them right to the application or however you want the call to action to be. So it doesn't have to be more complicated steps that you don't need without wasting time and money building complex systems. This new system is all about straight to the money with speed and simplicity. Let me explain. Okay, so I got this from my friend Joel Irway. He told a story about how Elon Musk, when he built Tesla, said, hey, we're going to create the most exclusive, highest priced product first. And then we're going to create the moderately priced, semi-exclusive. And then we're going to create the lowest priced mass market product. That allowed them to create cash flow with his best buyers first, which then would fund the rest of the business, not the other way around. In expert industry, like typical funnels, we normally do everything backwards. We go for the cheapest client, the cheapest lead, the cheapest sale, and then we try and work them on the way up. When the most profitable business model is going right to the top, getting the best buyers, and then creating the best offer for that segment of the population. And then you can work your way down and create all the other things as you like, a book funnel, a webinar if you like. You could do live challenges. You could do all those things, but your best buyers want to know how you can benefit them out of the gate. They don't want to go through all the other things and working their way upstream, like I said before. So step one is crafting the perfect high ticket offer. Hopefully you already have a high ticket offer that's already making you sales and you're looking at the $1 million interview method. It's just fuel on the fire. That's the ideal scenario. Either way, whether you're brand new to having a high ticket offer or you already have an offer, one of the first things that we're going to look at is how you can make your offer as simple and as clear as possible for your ideal level 10 client. And so one of the things I'll get you doing is focusing completely on how the current plan they're on is the wrong direction and how the outcome of working directly with you is the smartest move. And I will do a lot of that heavy lifting for you, whether it's dental implants, whether it's consulting, whether it's coaching, whether it's, you're selling windows for your house, it doesn't, or selling windows to people for their houses, it doesn't matter. I will help you craft that message and then deliver the offer in such a way that people who are listening will be pre-sold, ready to buy when they're done with the interview. Then we're going to put that right in front of them. How we do that, we can go in that when we do our private conversation, but you could use email, cold email, direct mail. I've used it all, and I break that down in some of the case studies that when I work with clients. When you do this right, you'll have a powerful message structured with a sideways sales process so they don't feel like they're being sold to the right people who are ready to take action. It will repel all the price shoppers, the tire kickers, and the freebie seekers. They're going to be filtered out, so we don't deal with those people, and which will save you time, money, effort, and enjoyment of the business. Well-known client in the marketing space. Let me tell you this quick story. Came to me with a coaching club, wanted to sell the coaching club for $2,500 through a webinar. And I said, hey, why don't we do this? Let's restructure the offer a little bit. Let's add a few things that might be more valuable for your end client. There's ways to do that. And then it increases the perceived value. There's also a few different tricks that we can do to add, raise your price, but without hurting. Actually, in some ways, you're actually increasing the value of the club, but we can charge 2 to 3 times the amount than you currently are. And that's one of the more powerful tools as well. But the end result with that client was we went from pretty much zero to $250,000 within the first month. And then that business has gone, I think we did 1.3 million within 8 weeks of that. And it built now so much momentum for them to host live events, build another funnel, spend a lot more money on getting new buyers into their system and grow their business. Okay. And their high ticket mastermind, which is the ultimate goal for a lot of people in high ticket. Okay. Another example, a doc hired me for a day of consulting, came to the house. After reviewing all the marketing materials, I said, hey, let's just raise the price from $45,000 to $65,000. Now, reason being is because they like doing a lot of handheld consulting. That's not my thing. When I was in dentistry, I like the big group stuff with dentistry. I like seminars. I like small group workshops. I didn't like the idea of going into different offices, but this was their thing, right? So then I said, hey, instead of me revamping all your marketing, why don't I just do an interview? Let's just it's kind of like washing over all the marketing or washing over the backstory. So now we're not worried about what this person did or didn't do. We just skip over it. Doesn't involve much tech. You could build it on one landing page. We're up live, making sales within 24 hours. The new interview right now is doing on average between 340, 450,000 a month. Some of those months we get up to 650,000. And that is right now during kind of chaotic economic times while everybody's kind of freaking out. Since then, he scaled his offer and filled his high ticket masterminds. Okay. I had a young guy come to me. He went through Roland Fraser's training, and Ryan Dice's, they're consulting for equity, which I highly recommend. If you aren't in that, you should definitely look at that. And a lot of times what happens is people go into buying businesses with zero money out of pocket, but they find themselves doing a lot of free work, right? And one of the magical things that Roland does, he says, look, you should be charging for half day of consultations. And one of the models that a lot of guys do is cold emails. Well, it works, okay? But from my train of thought, I'm like, well, why don't we just go ahead and add a buffer in there so that you're only dealing with really qualified people? And so let me tell you a story. Young guy comes to me, super hustler, right? Sending out 300 cold emails a day. He'd go rent a list, use a little software, send it out, and it would book 8 cold phone calls for him a day. Okay. He'd get on all of them. And then he would hopefully find one that was warm enough to then he would move it over to his private equity business. I told him, I said, look, man, let's go ahead and interview you so that when these leads are coming in, they want to sell their businesses. They listen to our 15 to 29-minute interview, and we could build some questions in there that you want them asking before they ever get on a call with you. Works like magic. And plus, more importantly, saves so much time, right? So, okay, step 2, making the $1 million interview. Okay, turning cold leads into hot leads. It's not a super complex funnel. It's super simple. When you do this right, you get higher quality prospects. They start coming to you ready to buy because they'll be pre-framed with your offer. And so my question to you is, want me to personally help you sell more of your most profitable high ticket offers with your own $1 million interview method process, and join the case studies and stories alongside some legends, while more importantly, having an instant cash cow guaranteed to work. So if you have an offer that's over 5,000, 15,000, 35,000, up to 100,000 plus, I'll absolutely guarantee that we're going to add an additional 10 of your highest paying client. So if you came to me and said, Ed, I want us to do the $35,000 offer, I guarantee that us working together is going to generate at least 10 of those clients for you. If that's your goal, if you're like, I only want 3, then that's fine too. But I will guarantee it, or otherwise I will keep working with you until we get that result. Now, if you have existing leads, if you have social audiences, if you have past customers or referral sources or JVs, it's more likely that I would want to work with you on some of these, because that is just like free money sitting there right now that you're probably not even aware of. We'll do the interview. I have a few proven tools, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second, and it is absolutely throwing fuel on a fire. Will this work to cold audiences? Yes, it will. It just doesn't work as fast. You can get a sale within 24 hours going to a cold audience. But if we're selling a $35,000 package, it's going to require us to utilize your qualifying system a little bit more appropriately. So your job is to request a private invite either below this video, or you'll see in our chat, or you can email me or private message me in direct mail. There should be an application right underneath this video. Just fill it out. Let me know a little bit about your business. We'll jump on a quick call, or I'll message you first with probably a couple questions. And then we'll see, like, if you're, we'll see what the fastest way to get you on my calendar and to get you live so that you can start making money as quickly as possible. Now, again, who's this for? Consulting for equity coaches and investors, total no-brainer. High ticket coach selling 5,000 on up programs, absolutely no-brainer, okay? If you're only got a $2,500 offer, it may be worth doing, filling out the private invite anyway, because when I look at your offer, I would be willing to bet I can get you up to $7,500 per sale without even affecting your conversion rate. And frankly, if your conversion rate went down a little bit, who cares? You're making so much more money by selling something 3 times as expensive as you are at $2,500. Okay. Book authors, experts of any kind, consultants. I already said that. This is a no-brainer. Like one of my clients right now that I'm working with, he gets all his clients from his Amazon book. I'm like, man, we need to do an interview. We need to start taking those customers, and then we got to move them through a high ticket process that is designed to work for you, not, you keep chasing and working for it. Doctors, I work with a ton of dentists, med spas. This is a no-brainer, whether you're doing NAD+, testosterone, or any kind of beauty, and anything that's going to be over a $5,000 package over time. It's okay if they're on installments, by the way. And you guys could do a little more volume than, say, high ticket coaches that want to fill their mastermind. Live events, virtual events, anywhere you need to get on the phone to sell, or in person, and you want to get rid of your cold strategy calls. Now, I'm going to teach you this because the step 3 on this part is send them to a qualifying system. So you only talk to serious buyers or partners. When you fill out the private invite, you're going to experience mine. I'm not going to be like, oh, wait, be on the phone. Let's jump on the phone right now. Let's let me sell you. That's not how we work. Want to make sure that this is a massive win for your client. We want to know what a win looks like for them. We want to make sure we can help them. Those are the leading questions. I want to make sure I know I can help you. And so by using the interview, we cover that. And then when they reach out, we just have a couple simple questions that pre-sells them a little bit, but also make sure that they have clear, concise objectives so that when you take them on as a client or a patient, you can get them the result. It's just so easy. Selling this way is 20 times easier than trying to sell really hard, because you really care about helping people, which is flips the framework in your mind, which allows you to relax, allows you to enjoy this process. This system filters out any unqualified leads and anyone who you do not want to work with, okay? Do this right. You don't have sales conversations. You have enrollment calls or enrollment messages. You don't always have to get on a call with somebody to sell them. Most of the high ticket stuff we did with Consulting for Equity, I didn't get on the phone with people. Like, we were able to close so many of those prospects just by good conversations, good pre-selling. Okay, so I got to hurry up here. So client in the professional practice space, great at educating, horrible at selling, okay? Then struggled with speaking to people who wanted to pick her brain, who weren't qualified, because she really wanted to help them. We completely transformed her entire model to where they were 99% pre-sold and happy to pay $5 to $15K for a day of consulting with her. And the questions were more about, okay, so when you come into my office, how are you going to handle my team? Because, I got some Debbie Downers. And those are all buying questions, by the way. Those aren't like, what's your cost, what's your price, blah, blah, blah. And so within a few months, she sold over $90,000 a month in coaching programs and was well on her way. Okay. So how will help you? Let me recap this. So step 1, if you want to do this, request a special invite. We'll help you craft the perfect offer designed for your level 10 client. I have a certain process I go through. Okay. It's going to be different than probably anything you've done before. This will help you attract the right people and eliminate the looky-loos. Step 2, we'll get you on my calendar. We'll record your very own $1 million interview for you to turn leads from cold to pre-educated to pre-sold buyers from the interview. And then we create a qualifying system so you're only speaking to serious buyers and the types of clients you want to work with. So if you want to stop wasting time and money trying to do it yourself and would rather have us build and launch this in the next 10 business days, or sooner, so you can consistently speak to high quality leads every day who are pre-framed and ready to buy, add an additional 50 to 60K a month to your business on average, much more than that, and simply fill out the application on this page and schedule a call to speak with me or someone on my team. It's probably going to be with me because you're working directly with me. And this is one of those opportunities that I like, working directly with people who plan on working with us. So when you work with us, we're going to craft your perfect offer, build and record your $1 million interview for you. You will get the funnels that I use, and I'll show you how other guys are using this, which I think you'll totally love. Some people do it a little differently. Some people use it as an upsell. Some people use it as a cold lead magnet. Some people use it after they've gone through live challenges or live webinars. You can do that. You're also going to get the licensing rights to what I call my boomerang letter. If you have a list of leads of any kind right now or past customers, this is proven to work, has worked with 7 out of 8 guys that I've actually sent direct mail for. The 8th one I didn't keep as a client because when we started testing via email, we never got into direct mail. I started testing emails to his list and we got bombarded with complaints about his first product. So if you have a horrible relationship with your existing leads and customers and you don't have any value to add, none of this will work, right? I mean, in full transparency, and we would not be a good fit. But if you have clients, if you've helped people, if you're like, and this is how I help people, and here's an example or two, this can just be so transformational for the whole future of your business and make selling fun, enjoyable while working with the right people. Okay. You'll get 6 months access to my Alliance Mastermind. It's an elite small group of people just like you that are doing the $1 million interview method. And I guarantee that you will add an extra 10 clients at your most profitable high ticket offer, or we will keep working together. Now, as you can imagine, you're getting a lot of me. We're doing a lot of one-on-one. When we do the interview, you get a day of consulting with me. We spend time together. We talk on the phone together. I have to like you and you have to like me. Okay. So since I'm trading time for dollars, this is not cheap. However, if you have a $5,000 or $65,000 offer, you'll easily get your entire investment back in the first month. Okay. Unless something is just way off. Now, to help you protect and grow your cash flow even faster, I've even created a pay-as-you-profit 6 installment program so we can get the cash coming into your business. And so first month, put your first deposit down. And then after that, you should be paying all those installments with the new sales coming in. If you're an action taker, if you want to follow a system that's proven to work and you like being people, then go ahead and apply today. There's only so much of me. I can only do 4 live interviews a month. So this offer is pretty hot and there's limited space. If you're still seeing this video right now, I'm still taking on clients. So go ahead and fill out the private invite request form on this page now. And we look forward to seeing you and turning you into my next testimonial. Have an amazing day.